think this should be good. Oops, sorry. Battery pack's in front. Alright, so what I'm doing today here is two extremes. Alright? I'm having this whole thing where I'm getting really into ponchos. And last year, about middle of last year, I got this is how big it is. I took like half of it out of the pack. Right here. It's like a big old pill. Maybe once it's all sealed up, 5 inches by 2.5 inches. Super tiny. It's the Ultralight Nano Sea Summit Tarp Poncho. So, because I went on a camping trip and I got soaked. I had my waterproof coat on, but everything else, my bag, everything was just, it was miserable. Just miserable. Everything got soaked. And my pants were soaked. Everything was just, it was, I mean, you still have fun in a way, because if you're really into camping, no matter how hard it gets, part of you is like, this is pretty cool, you know, but when you're trying to sleep and half your gear's like soaked through, you're like, damn, this kind of blows. Anyhow, so I went out and I got a nice, this is 15 denier Ultralight, and I think it says Cordura somewhere up on here, but it's kind of weird. The name, it had red all over it, Ultralight. The red came off. Huh. I had it in the sun for a while. We tried to use it as a sunshade. Do not, this is so thin. You see my fingers through it, you know? It is so thin. It is a color filter for the sun. It turns the sun into a lime green nightmare. Do not use this for sun protection. We tried. We ended up, it's really good when it's all set up. It's very strong, you know? It's very strong. Ultralight, of course, and great for wind blocking. A great poncho tarp, but rain great, wind great, sun not great. At first you're like, wow, that's amazing, that color, how wonderfully bright it is. And after about 20 seconds you're like, oh my god, that is so bright. This is, I can't, even with your eyes closed you see the color. If it was it was 101 degrees that day. We were over at a lake over in Snoqualmie. Actually it's more towards Gold Bar in Washington, and it was a good 4 or 5 mile hike out. And you know, I was thinking this I don't know what I was thinking, that this would make a good sunshade, but you know, you don't really think everything through when you're first getting a piece of gear, you know? You're like, okay, it's a tarp. You can use it as a sunshade. Just string it up. This is just a color filter for sun. So do not get it for that. If you want an emergency setup for your backpack, you know, you got like your computer in there or laptop or iPad, whatever. This will keep your whole backpack and you, for the most part, dry. It's not going to cover up, especially when you're my height, you know, 6'9". Here, I'll show you real quick. This is a little slippery. So yeah, it was raining. This is the first kind of sunshiny day, or it wasn't 20 degrees. This is inside out. You can't really tell when it's inside out. It's so super thin. Basically the tags tell you. But yeah, put it on here. You're covered. The brim, I mean, don't expect it to hold up to super wind. But yeah, and it has snaps on the side. You can snap it all together. It's a really great poncho. But it's kind of on the short side for me, because being 6'9", nothing really fits. So this is one extreme here. Ultralight, for what it's made for, it does everything really well. You really can't ask for more if you're just looking to keep yourself dry and kind of out of the wind. So, on the other end of the spectrum, we have this here. And I'm going to do a little size comparison. Now, take note when I show you this. This is with a liner, and the liner is, give me a second, it'll come to me, 300 Polar Tech. So that in itself is going to be about the size of your average synthetic sleeping bag. Because it doesn't, I mean, you can pack it down some, which I did, but these are the size differences here. This is with that liner, which is huge. The actual tarp itself is right here. This is the other extreme. This is, you're out, it's 20 degrees, it's snowing, it's raining, it's, unicorns are popping out and trying to eat you alive. Very survival oriented. See, the fabric itself, look at that. This is empty. There's nothing in here. Okay? That's how durable the fabric is. You're just holding it out like that. And what is that? 14 inches by 4 when it's all sealed up and everything. That's the actual tarp. So what you see here in this orange bag is the tarp and the liner. And it also has a liner for inside of the pocket. You'll see what I mean in a second here. So it took me a good amount of time just to get it up in here. When I go camping with this, I'm going to probably just have it hanging on me, and I won't bring the liner if it's going to be like 40 degrees because you won't need it. Your coat in the tarp, if it starts to rain, will be sufficient. Down to 40, I think. That's my rough estimate. I don't know for sure. I've never used this. I tried it on once. That's about it. I just got it in the mail today. But this is Wilderness Innovation. Their PSS, Personal Survival System. Now this is the HD version, which is their thickest and most robust, by far, poncho. This is, as I was saying, that's one extreme, the lime green nightmare, and this is the other. And I got an ATAC FG, and camo. So, get over a cold. This puppy, I mean, it's awesome. You're so warm in it. It's just absolutely amazing. And I feel like it just disappeared. It's kind of camo, but has nice snaps. I'll show you some more detail here in this video, more towards the end. But it is huge. This is their PSS. They got a PSS normal, PSS L, which is a larger version with an extra foot in the back, and then this one is the PSS XL, and it has a foot in the front and a foot in the back, so it's 2 feet longer than the normal version, which for someone my height is needed. If you want to keep most of your body. I can't even see my feet. I'm going wrong. There we go. Now the snaps seem to be, I guess they're military grade, but they snap into themselves. They're double-sided. They got the pocket here, which also has that little liner I was talking about. It's also 300 I haven't even looked at it very much. This can be used as a hammock, of course, a poncho. It's mainly a poncho. You know, that's the first and foremost. It's a poncho for wet weather, cold, anything that the environment can throw at you. That's what it can do. It can do it all. You know, you can run through brambles and bush. All this stuff here you see behind me. Apparently, I can run through that, and it feels like you can do that. It's just the outside is 3 pounds, probably a little bit more because I got the. I think he was talking about the PSSL, which is the middle one. So this has another foot of fabric, so it's over 3 pounds. Not by much, but it's over 3 pounds. The fleece liner, I guess it was probably 2, even though it's a lot thicker. There's a lot more, you know, air in it. So yeah, it's probably around 5 pounds. So I haven't weighed anything. I just got this, but it is the color, the FG camo, ATAX FG camo. This is awesome, and a lot of people compare it to like Star Wars camouflage in what was it, second movie. So yeah, it looks really nice, and you can easily get your arms up in here, get them close to your chest if you're really cold, you know. Or you can, if your hands are cold, you got this here, up in there. Just kind of put them one over the other with that fabric on the inside. So yeah, this thing is like a tank. If this can never be hurt. I mean, if you go rock sliding, literally sliding down rocks, maybe you'll get an abrasion or two. And I'm talking like 100 feet down rocks, like nonstop. You may get a little bit of abrasion on it, but it's my new baby as far as camping gear. And, you know, you have it like this. Here. See how it blends. And put the camera down a little bit. See how it looks. There we go. Okay, that should do it. So, try not to flip here. So, it doesn't feel that heavy. I'm not hot because I got all the airflow from the sides and the bottom. And it's probably about 40 degrees right now. And I'm also wearing this lighter down coat. So I'm not cold, I'm not hot. I just feel like I felt when I was wearing the coat because of all the airflow. I like that, you know. But if I tuck myself up in here really, well, I could definitely tell that this is going to be really warm and much more drastic temperatures than right now. And if I hunker down, you know, down on the ground like this, I feel like I'm a rock. But yeah, it'll hold in the air a lot better and get me a lot warmer. You could just sit on the ground with it. You don't have to worry about it getting dirty. It'd be fun to wash this thing with all the snaps on it though. So it's pretty huge. But I'm just, my jaw dropped when I first saw it. I was like, wow. You never know with like online stuff what you're getting until you actually have it in your hands. And this thing, on his little commercial, that he made on YouTube, Wilderness Innovation, he's like, this is a beast, and he's like laughing, and it's like crazy beast mode kind of stuff. You think, he's trying to make a sale. Seems like a pretty honest guy, but he's still trying to run a business and make a sale, So you're like, okay, take it with a grain of salt. But this thing is just like, and I'll just say now, I didn't get a discount or anything on it or any sort of like, here you go, buddy, sort of thing. I paid full price for this, and I have to say that it is a beast. This is a beast. And if you just want to keep dry and warm anywhere, I think this will do it. You still want to wear clothes. You don't want to go out and like, camera down.